Welcome to Kieu Dung's channel. If this is your first time here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, so you won't miss any of our heartfelt stories filled with love, hope, and perseverance. Today, we continue following the touching and inspiring love story between Sung Luyen and CEO James. After walking through a long journey filled with obstacles, misunderstandings, and challenges that tested both their hearts and their courage, they have finally reached a place of peace, a place where they can stand side by side without fear, without hesitation, simply enjoying the happiness they once thought was impossible. And today is a special day for them. The morning is calm, the air is gentle, and both of them have planned something meaningful, taking little Kieu Dung to the city park. Since she has a day off from school, this becomes a rare and precious opportunity for the three of them to spend real, quality time together, something they have all been longing for. As they walk through the park, watching Kieu Dung run ahead with innocent laughter, Sung Luyen feels her heart soften. James, walking beside her, quietly observes the two most important people in his life. In that peaceful moment, he realizes that happiness doesn't always come from grand achievements or big dreams. Sometimes it comes from something as simple as holding hands, sharing smiles, and watching a child feel safe and loved. For the three of them, this day is not just a short trip to the park. It's a reminder of how far they have come, how deeply they care for one another, and how beautiful life can be when spent with the people who matter most. As they arrived at the city park, a gentle sense of peace washed over them. Cars moved steadily along the nearby street, yet inside the park, everything felt softer. The lake shimmered in a deep blue. Trees stood lush and full, and birds sang brightly from the branches above. The three of them found a quiet patch of soft green grass beneath the shade of a broad old tree. The gentle breeze carried the cool scent of the lake mixed with the earthy fragrance of fresh leaves and flowers. Kieu Dung dropped to the ground first, running her small hands through the blades of grass as if discovering a tiny world of her own. She turned to her mother with eyes full of wonder, the kind of wonder only children can hold so effortlessly. Sung Luyen settled beside her daughter, smoothing the back of her hair as she looked around the peaceful surroundings. For a moment, she simply breathed, letting the calm of the park seep into her heart. James sat close by, not too near to intrude, yet near enough to show that he was fully present with them. He watched both mother and child with a softness that had grown inside him ever since he met them. After a short silence, Sung Luyen gathered her courage and spoke, her voice steady but gentle. "Thank you, James. Truly, today has been wonderful. Two of us, we haven't had moments like this before. Everything in the past was busy, heavy, or rushed. We've never experienced a day where we could sit in a park and feel this kind of peace." James turned slightly toward her, his expression calm and warm. "I understand," he replied softly. "And I want you to have more days like this. Both of you." Her heart tightened at his words, touched by the sincerity she could clearly hear, but also by the quiet care he never tried to overstate. Memories of long, lonely days crossed her mind. Days filled with worry. Days when she carried all burdens alone. Sitting here now, she felt something lift. Something she thought she would always have to carry. "I used to think that having an okay life was enough. But today I realized maybe we can hope for more. Maybe we can be happy too." James offered a small reassuring smile. "You deserve that happiness. Both of you always have. Her heart tightened a small moment, a lightness, a warmth that wrapped the two of them in something almost for generations to come. Lying together on the gentle grass, they let the quiet world surround them. Above, small birds perched lightly on the branches, fluttering their wings as if greeting the warm afternoon air. Flowers along the pathway opened softly, their colors blending beautifully beneath the sunlight. From where they rested, the lake shimmered with ripples, and tiny fish swam beneath the clear surface, moving gracefully like little strokes of living paint. Kieu Dung pointed at everything she saw: birds, flowers, drifting clouds, her voice filled with excitement. And beside her, Sung Luyen and James simply watched, appreciating how peaceful life could feel in moments like this. After resting for a while, Kieu Dung jumped to her feet, full of energy again. She took off running across the grass, laughing as the wind rushed past her. Sung Luyen stood up quickly, pretending to chase after her daughter with exaggerated steps. Kieu Dung squealed with delight as her mother drew closer, then darted away with her tiny arms swinging. James watched them for a moment, smiling to himself, then joined the game with long, playful strides. His footsteps were heavier than theirs, yet somehow gentle, as if he knew exactly how to make a child feel safe even while running. Kieu Dung glanced back, saw James coming after her, and burst into louder laughter. Soon, the three of them were circling the grassy field, chasing, dodging, and pretending to catch one another. When James finally scooped Kieu Dung up into his arms, she wrapped her legs around his waist and laughed breathlessly against his shoulder. "Again, again," she said, and James spun her gently before lowering her onto his back so she could ride high above the ground. Sung Luyen walked beside them, watching the two with a smile she couldn't hide. Seeing James play with Kieu Dung so naturally warmed her heart in a way she hadn't expected. It felt like a missing piece, quietly sliding into place. They continued through the park paths together. They pointed out flowers blooming along the way, watched squirrels leap between branches, and paused to admire tiny seashells along the shore of the lake. The sunlight filtering through the leaves created moving patches of gold on the ground, and each step felt like another memory being gently added to a day already filled with joy. For those moments, nothing else mattered. No worries, no shadows from the past, just laughter, footsteps, and the feeling of belonging. After their playful walk, the three of them headed toward a small restaurant nearby. It was a simple place, clean, charming, and warmly decorated with soft yellow lights. The moment they stepped inside, the cozy atmosphere wrapped around them like gentle comfort. They chose a table by the window, where sunlight filtered through sheer curtains. Soon, plates of beautifully prepared dishes were brought out. Warm soups, soft bread, grilled meats, fresh vegetables, and desserts decorated with care. The colors alone made Kieu Jung's eyes widen with amazement. "Wow, it looks so yummy," she whispered, almost afraid the food might disappear if she spoke too loudly. Sung Luyen watched her daughter with a tender smile, but deep inside, a wave of emotion rose quietly, because she knew these meals were something they had never been able to experience before. She turned to James, her voice low. "These dishes, they're new to us. We've never eaten things like this." James met her eyes gently. "Then, today is special, and there will be many more special days." As they ate, Kieu Dung swung her feet happily under the table, humming between bites. Sung Luyen tasted each dish slowly, savoring not just the flavor, but the feeling of being cared for, something she had not felt in a long time. James watched them both, quietly grateful to be part of this moment. And from this simple meal came a meaningful lesson. Happiness doesn't always arrive in grand forms. Sometimes it appears in the small things: a shared table, warm food, loving company. When hearts are open, even an ordinary lunch can become a beautiful memory. If you're enjoying this story, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next chapter of their journey.